Okay, welcome. Thank you guys for logging in. We're going to do our first screencast of the year, and it's pretty simple. Our goal is to find out the pattern of westward expansion. We're basically looking to see how new states are created in the United States. So we're going to be adding things to a flowchart, and your job is to just use your paper and follow along. Okay, so our starting place, how we are going to get going is, first of all, the United States wants to grow, so it must acquire new territory. That's the first step in this whole process. We need to buy, annex, somehow acquire some new land. Once we have the land, we need to know what's out there. So Lewis and Clark are our most famous example. Thomas Jefferson sent in the explorers. And I'm going to go just at normal speed here, but if I'm going too fast, definitely pause it, go back, and take it at your own pace. The explorers are out there, they find what's out there, they make the maps, and the second group of people to go were the mountain men. And the mountain men are the ones who really spend a lot of time living in the new land, finding out what's out there, and most importantly for them, acquiring all of the furs to make money. At this step of the game, the explorers and the mountain men aren't working by themselves. A lot of the Native Americans are helping the explorers and the mountain men, really working with them. And their main motivation is to trade with them and to acquire the guns and the other things that the mountain men and explorers have. After the mountain men go through the wilderness, then we see more families coming. And the pioneers over the wagon trails are moving west, and their main motivation is to get land because most of them are farmers. The pioneers come and start out by starting their own farms, but eventually enough people come that we have the first small towns and small cities being created. And here you have your general stores, and you might have some saloons and bars. You might have a hotel or two. We get our first sense of growth. At this time, though, something important happens. And what happens is that the Native Americans, who have been a part of everything so far, are kicked out. Basically, the white Americans say, we don't have room for you anymore. We don't want you around. So the Native Americans are sent out and forced to go and live on reservations. With the Native Americans gone, we get more and more growth and business taking place. Small business owners come in. We have banks. We have people running their own stores. And we're starting to see the end of the wilderness and more what we would call urbanization in cities and towns and new parts growing to the new land. When we think we have enough people, and usually the magic number was somewhere around 60,000 people, they formed what is called a territorial government. So we have a new government in the territory, and the government of the territory, their main job is to get things ready to become a state. And this territorial government is usually around 5 or 10 years, getting the land ready to become a state. And when they're ready, they go to Congress. And Congress back in Washington, D.C., they have to vote yes or no, should we allow this new territory to join the United States as a state. When Congress voted yes, that was kind of the final step. Congress votes yes, let's allow Kansas to join the United States of America, and Kansas became one of the new states. So this is also our ending point. This is the goal, what we want to have happen. And we call this a pattern of westward expansion because it doesn't happen just once or twice. It happens over and over and over again. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Bring this back to class tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it some more.